Alright, you wonderful, amazing people, welcome back to the channel. I stand alone gaming, and we're going to continue our Final Fantasy Fridays with Final Fantasy X. In the last episode, we passed through the Comlands, had to fight a boss, and then we made our way to Mt.Gagazet. So at this point in the game, I think this is, between this place and the next place, is the most frequent battles. So I'm going to definitely try to cut some of those out, depending on how long they take. But just be warned of that. When we got here, the Ronso greeted us with a somewhat bitter arrival. Told us pretty much get the fuck out. And you won them over with words. So with that being said, we get to continue up through Mt.Gagazet. Go ahead and head up here.
Halt!
Haven't you bothered us enough?
Summoner may pass. Guardians may pass. Kimari not pass. Kimari shame Ronso brothers. Kimari forget his birth.
Forget his people, forget his mountain, little Ronso, weakling Ronso.
Mountain hate the weak, hate the small. If you will climb,
Then I must prove my strength.
think you will win? You not forget who took your horn. Never forget.
Kimari never beat Brother Biran, never win. This time, I win. I will win.
Why, you... This some kind of Ronso thing?
Kimari problem.
Biran rend you asunder.
Hornless, hornless.
And just like that, you are thrust into battle with Kimari. Now these guys can be easy, but they're also difficult in a way. So, first thing I would recommend is doing some type of AoE damage. At some point in the match, they will have Mighty Guard, so you'll definitely have to keep that up. And they have moves like Bulldoze like that do 300 some damage. Aqua Breath, obviously. So as you can see, they do hit pretty hard. So if you want to, if you haven't been using Kimari, he's going to be weaker, obviously. So you might struggle with this. If you have been using Kimari, you're probably pretty strong, and this will be easy for you. Either way, as Kimari, if you use Lancet on both of these guys, you can learn a lot of his overdrives. And every time you use it, you unlock your overdrive, and you can use another one. So when they're separated like that, you can't hit both of them. As you can see, their magic is fairly weak.
Know their place.
But this is where he starts to use the guard. Yeah, White Wind gives him, pretty sure it gives him, regen. But I also know it's a heal. So if you go ahead and steal that from him, you'll actually obtain the White Wind also. Now, I would just keep doing AoEs here. You can use your potions and stuff, I believe, so you shouldn't have too many issues there. But you can keep using Lancet and learning a bunch of moves from these guys. I would definitely not recommend using self-destruct. But if you do get low health, you can go ahead and use the White Wind on yourself, just like he did, and it will heal you. Fortunately, our Kimari has haste, so we can give ourselves some haste. We'll use his overdrive to White Wind on himself. We will steal another overdrive using Lancet. And rinse and repeat. And that's basically all this battle is. As long as you can keep stealing the moves, you can unlock his overdrive. You can use then his overdrive to attack these guys. And his overdrive does a decent amount, depending on which attack you use. So. Alright, so we learned all we could off of him. So we can go ahead and use Lancet now on the other one. We got Stone Breath that time. Now we could go ahead and use Thrust Kick on this guy. Now you don't want to kill one before the other. You want to try to keep them somewhere similar. Once you kill one, the other kind of has like this buff. So you want to try to keep them close to dying together as possible. Looks like we used all the abilities we could learn. Took out him. See how he gets a little angry that you killed his brother. Cast Berserk on himself. Luckily we have haste. We don't have too much of an issue there. We could go ahead and use cheer and increase our defense and attack, but we're just going to go ahead and keep attacking here and hopefully finish him off. Just like that.
You win.
So I didn't overly grind Kimahri or anything like that, so you can see that this fight isn't super difficult. As long as you keep stealing the moves and keep making sure that you're damaging them, you will eventually win.
Strong is Kimahri. Biran is happy.
Don't get it twisted, we just whooped that ass. 2v1.
Sacred Mt.Gagazet. I honor the name of strong warrior who defeats Biran. Remember always, Gagazet, that name is Kimahri.
Mountain knows Kimahri strong. Kimahri may pass.
Summoner, we Ronso will stop pursuers from temple.
Truly?
Penance for breaking Kimahri's horn long ago.
We crush enemies following behind.
Kimahri crushed enemies standing before. You are most fortunate, Summoner.
I thank you.
Ronso will shine your statue brightest.
Thank you. But I fear that no one will make a statue for a traitor such as I am.
Then Ronso will make.
With grand horn on head.
That would be wonderful.
I wanted to see Yuna's statue too, but I wanted to see it with Yuna by my side.
Alright, with that, you get an important life lessons. Beat up a bully, they change your tune. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Do not take any of my advice. I am not a therapist. I am not licensed in any
Summoner Yuna!
way.
What is it this time?
Noble name, no. Pray and your to your goal. Hasate kandaye kutamae.
All right, so once you get through the cutscene, you can head over. I believe it's this way. And there are new bosses or new monsters in this area. So most of them are weak to fire because they're all blizzard types. So I definitely recommend maybe swapping out Titus's weapon. He currently has the Brotherhood, which has Water Strike. As you can see, those plants are kind of immune to Water Strike. Wouldn't necessarily say immune, but they're not weak for those. So let's go ahead and fight off these guys. The toughest one is probably definitely the behemoth over there. Is that his name? Oh, nope, Ashura. There is a behemoth coming up, but we'll speak about that when we get there. He has 17,000 HP. Once he puts up his dukes, he automatically has a counter attack for any physical attack, and I think also magic. I could be wrong about that though. But he hits like a truck, so just keep that in mind as you're progressing through. But yeah, so as you can see, you already hit him for 1100 damage. It's more than half of his health as a Aeon. Go ahead and finish the plants off here. The Bashura is still going to be alive, regardless of what we hit them for. As you can see, they were all 9,999, and it will stay that way. Cannot hit any harder than 9,999 until you unlock. I think Ifrit is Wakka's weapon. So if you unlock Wakka's ultimate weapon, you can break the 9,999 damage limit. Definitely be getting into that into post game. Ooh, almost killed him. All right, just like that, we took out the Bashura and the plants. Pretty simple fight. It's not too bad. There is an item you need to find. I guess that's it up here, maybe. So you get more reskins or recolors. Oof, that was a rough one. Let's go ahead and revive Yuna here. Fortunately, she got blasted and killed again. Great. Gotta love this game sometimes. Only fucking one-shotted her after an ambush. What can you do, I guess? See if we can take him out. Nope. Does a hell of a lot of damage. We're about to die. Let's go for special. We're gonna flee. Not gonna risk it. Let's heal up everybody. So we're definitely struggling. I think I'm going to take some time and definitely level up. But there's a chest over here. Pick this up. 20,000 gil. As long as we don't get ambushed, we should be okay. Took that guy out. We'll guard with Yuna. We have all of our overdrives. We're gonna guard with Orin. We're gonna use Titus's overdrive here. We're going to bring out... Oh, I didn't mean to guard. We're going to bring out Lulu. We're going to use Blizzera. You can see how white is Blizzard. We're going to do 1.5 damage. was not that good. I expected to do a little bit more than that. So he eats fire, but that should definitely be Blizzard right there. Maybe it's supposed to be water? Weird. We're definitely not going to be able to kill him, so, and I don't feel like dealing with the self-destruct. We're going to run. We will figure that out when we get there. You run up here a little bit. You can bring out Riku. Oh, that's not Riku. Bring out Riku. You can have her steal from one of these. We will have these guys attack. There we go, that's more like it. And we will have Riku steal again. So that's essentially all of the mobs that you'll find already. I think there's one or two more, but it's basically just recolors and reskins. So now that we've seen most of the battles, I'll probably be skipping the rest. But if there's one that we missed, or if there's one that I feel like showing, I will definitely bring that up.
These mark the graves of summoners and guardians who failed.
So, while you're here, there are a few things that you definitely want to pick up. Pretty much, you want to go to every path. Pretty much check every location. First thing is up here. Might be just me, but I feel like the ambushes are quite more frequent here. So, with that being said, this is the first thing you want to pick up. It is a Ject Sphere. Go ahead and click it. It'll make you watch it.
Hello, Yuna. I hope you are well. I wonder how old you are now that you're watching this sphere. You must be very beautiful, like your mother. I wish I could see you. Oh, by the way, Jekt and Orin send their regards. So far, our journey has been very entertaining. Of course, it is a hard journey, but I have no regrets. It is the path I have chosen. Yuna, when you have grown, you will have to find your own path. Do what you must do the way you want to do it. Doors will always open themselves to those who do. Listen close, Yuna. Your future is yours to make. Live the way you want to. Whatever way that may be, you have your father's full support. Yuna, I will always be with you.
Alright, so after you grab that, that should be your third Ject Sphere. The only way to obtain the other Ject Spheres is to go back to locations you've previously visited. So if you backtrack a little bit, you can pick up more of those, but that becomes easier to do so later in the game. I'm pretty sure there's some areas that you can't even get to without getting past the certain part in the game. I don't want to give away any spoilers. Anyone that knows or played the game before knows what I'm talking about. But this should be your third one as of this moment in time. So I think you get another move at his fourth
Summoners
sphere.
Appear. Aren't sent to the far plane.
Why not?
Who would send them? They die alone.
So that means...
Many have become fiends, and they may want Yuna's company.
Well, Yuna will be fine.
You're right.
And Jet spheres are used to obtain Orin's overdrive. So keep that in mind. Pretty sure. Yeah, there's a chest up here. Bending bracer. I believe that's for Orin. Here. The amount of battles in this area is just ridiculous.
Greetings, Lady Yuna. My name is Once.
We have met several times before, right?
Not running today?
I have to carry on my brother's business. You've met him, I think. Owaka the 23rd, merchant extraordinaire.
Wait, you're that guy's brother?
My brother wanted to come help Lady Yuna, but the temple imprisoned him for helping traitors.
They imprisoned him because of us?
He doesn't regret it, though. In fact, he told me, before they took him, "Don't worry about me, just go help Lady Yuna."
But why would your brother do this for us?
Well, hey, this isn't the time for talking. There's dealing to be done. Welcome to Owaka's.
And just like that, you have a merchant in the middle of the mountains. Let's go ahead and check out what he's got. Double Edge has fire and ice strike. It's not bad. Conductor is a very good weapon. I recommend buying it. Reason being, initiative is very good, especially for Yuna as a weapon. I mean, she gets to go first. She's typically a healer. She can also cast Protect or Shell or any of those other fantastic things. I highly recommend buying Conductor. In fact, I'm going to buy it myself. We will equip it because I plan on upgrading it. Double penalty is pretty good. You can do Sleep Touch, Silence Touch, and Dark Touch all in one hit, which is pretty nice. Booster Cactor is actually very good for Lulu. Definitely recommend getting that. Or you could save your money. It's really up to you. At some point you can go ahead and make your own weapons and stuff like that. The only reason I wouldn't get this Booster Cactor is because at some point Magic plus 10% and Magic plus 5% will become useless. Especially if you don't have her break damage limit. So if you don't have break damage limit, it gets useless at a certain point because you'll always be hitting over the 9,999. So yeah, definitely a good weapon though if you're just going to go ahead and do the story and not try to max out your characters later. Alchemy is very good for Riku. Reason being, alchemy increases all of your healing potions by twice the amount. So even when she does Albed Potion, it'll be basically like a mega potion. It'll heal 2,000 per person. Very good weapon. Armor's not that great.
I will be sure to keep...
He's doing the same for you, Lady Yuna.
Thanks.
Now, if you are going to use her initiative on her weapon for Yuna, who we bought it for, I recommend you not putting like Magic 5% or anything like that on it. Especially if you're going to use it late game. Really up to you. Probably do like triple overdrive or something like that, but obviously that's not something we could do right off the bat. Go ahead and check out what we can put on it though. We can put on Sensor. Sensor's not bad. No point in putting on Piercing. She doesn't do melee attacks. First Strike is basically essentially the same as Initiative, except Initiative is for your whole party, whereas First Strike means she gets to do the first attack. Do Magic 10, 3%. Alright, not gonna do that. No point in having a counter attack on a Magic Caster or Evade and counter. My Magic Caster, you will not be using melee attacks. If you're going to put counter attack or evade and counter on anything, I highly recommend doing it to one of your stronger melee characters. We're just going to keep her with the regular Initiative for now. Bring out Lulu here. There's a good reason why we want Lulu. I've been working towards it for a little bit now, but essentially I'm trying to unlock her third tier level spells: Viagra, Waragra, Thundaga, and Blizzaga. Once we unlock those, we have black magic spheres, and I'm going to use them to teach Lulu. Or yeah, Lulu. Lulu already has them. I'm going to teach Yuna the black magic spells, and she will essentially become one of the strongest magic casters. Her magic's already very high, and she also has Shell and Protect and Cure and all that stuff already. We could go ahead and use white magic spheres and give Cure to Lulu, but I always like Yuna a little bit more, just because she has the ability to summon on top of everything else that she does.
Return to us.
Down here you got two chests, HP sphere, and I think this one's magic sphere. Completely wrong, but I'll take a level 4 key sphere too. Now we want to keep continuing up the mountain.
all this way only to fail. It must have been tough.
All right, and we reached the save point. So this is essentially the end of Mt.Gagazet. There's a little bit more, but at this point, if you are struggling with the monsters that are in the Mt.Gagazet, I highly recommend you farm here a little bit. It does not get easier from here on out. If you're struggling, farm. If you're not struggling, go ahead and toss a save and continue on forward. But with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and farm a little bit, and I will cut to when I come back. Alright, so here we are back. I did a few battles, and by a few I mean I probably battled for like an hour. But with that being said, I'm going to show you how I get Viagra and stuff like that on Yuna. You could eventually go through Lulu's sphere grid herself, but basically what I do is I save those black magic spheres that we got previously. I'll go ahead to Yuna, go to use the black magic spheres, and just keep going over until you get to Blizzaga, Thundaga, and all those. So we have 7 spheres. We can use 4 of them. Just like this. It will give us all 4 of the tier 3 spells. Make sure you're not picking up one of the ones that you don't want. But now, essentially, Yuna has Lulu's spells. So Yuna has 48 magic, whereas Lulu only has 40. So you can see that between the two of them, she has more magic. She has a little bit less MP, which is fine. We're about to get more, actually, as we speak, like right in the next level. So it's not like something that's going to make or break it. But she typically has more magic than, or magic damage than Lulu. So with that being said, I like giving her the tier 3 fire and ice and water and thunder. You can also use a black magic sphere on Flare, I believe, unless it's white magic. It's one of the two, but Flare is usually learned by Yuna, I believe, at the end of her tree. Kiraga, region. Okay, this is Holy. Okay, Holy is learned by Yuna, and Holy is actually really good. Not gonna lie about that. But Flare and Ultima are probably better. So this is Lulu's tree. All the way at the end here is Flare. Omega, or Ultima, I'm sorry. Actually, let me zoom out real quick. This one, right in the middle of the entire sphere grid. So you need 4 level 4 keys, well, 3. You've got 1, 2, 3. You can skip the 1. So you need 3 level 4 key spheres to unlock Ultima. Definitely doable, but pain in the butt. So that's usually how I do that. And then I leveled up Riku here and got Mug. Very good attack to have, but cool thing is, if you go to Titus, and at this point you should have one of these, I believe it's skill node, you can go to Riku right here where it's Mug. Now Titus, one of our main attackers, and have the ability Mug, and that basically is a move where you steal an item from an enemy and also deal like your normal attack damage. It's a very good move to have. But with that being said, let's go ahead and hop out of here. Save it. There we go. And proceed up the mountain.
You like it hot.
They're up here. Continue on through. And we'll learn why you should save it every time there's a save sphere.
Xanarkand is on the other side, you know?
I know.
Uni is gonna get the final Aeon, you know?
I know.
I still haven't thought of anything.
Me neither.
What are we gonna do?
We'll do something. We just don't know enough yet. Until we do, we really can't help Yuna. Let's go to Xanarkand. We'll find something there. It'll all come together. I know it.
Hey. Just now, you sounded like a leader, you know?
Star of the Xanarkand Abes. Didn't anyone tell you?
Aha! Huh?
Ah, the son of Jekt.
Riku, run ahead and tell Auron.
You are not fighting him alone!
Just go, go!
Now is your time to die. Prepare yourself, son of Jekt.
Not if I can help it!
Save some for Kimari.
Lady Yuna, it is a pleasure.
Yuna,
Ascending so soon? Allow me to say something to the last Ronso before I leave. Yours was truly a gallant race. They threw themselves at me to bar my path, one after another.
No.
Kimari.
You could end the suffering of this poor Ronso.
I don't understand you.
Allow Kimari to die and release him from his pain. Spira is a land of suffering and sorrow caught in a spiral of death. To destroy, to heal Spira, I will become Sin. Yes, with your help. Come with me, Yuna. Once I have become the next Sin, your father will be freed again.
What do you know?
Pitiful mortal.
Your hope ends here! And your meaningless existence with it!
What kind of bullshit upgrade is that? So before this battle, I took the liberty of getting all my overdrives. Definitely makes this battle a little bit easier. Also, one other thing, while I was doing the farming and stuff, I actually unlocked Blitz Ace, so pretty cool to have. Definitely recommend getting it and using it. But before we do that, we're gonna go ahead and use haste on everybody. Ooh, I forgot about that. So what he does is basically cast zombie on one of your characters and then cast full life, which basically makes him instantly die. So that's a fun one. So we'll go ahead and revive Orin. We're gonna go ahead and use Blitz Ace now. Also showcase it, just so you guys can check it out. Definitely a good move to have. If you can unlock it, go ahead and do so. All you have to do is keep using your overdrive and eventually you will unlock it. Does not matter which move you use, you just have to make sure you're using it. Go ahead and use Lulu's. Nothing we can really do to stop him from using those attacks, but and he still has his one shot for Aeons, so this spell will take away your haste or anything else that you have used. So he's definitely a tough boss. I believe you can poison him. Definitely can. So he now is poisoned. You attack his little minion guy here. It will absorb health from him. Like so. Eventually he will cast Protect. Poison will keep chipping away at his health. Cross Cleave is a very damaging AoE attack. Might even kill us. Yep. Okay, so that is our first loss in our Final Fantasy Fridays and Final Fantasy X. It's very unfortunate, but I kinda came in unprepared, but I was also prepared, if that makes sense. I did do a lot of farming. But yeah, as you can see, this boss is definitely a tough boss. So we will definitely be coming back to this in the next episode of Final Fantasy X. But with that being said, that'll be the end of this episode. So thank you for watching, thank you for your time, and I really hope to see you in the next one. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, and if you want to see more content and content like this, please subscribe to my channel. With that being said, take care.